You have a daughter? Karen asked, surprised, looking Charlie straight in the eye. They have been dating for 2 months, yet he had never mentioned it. Now he was casually dropping this information as if it were an everyday occurrence. Yes, her name is Molly. I think it's time for you two to meet, Charlie answered with a smile. No, Karen said simply and calmly. No, it's not time. We're not going to meet her. What do you mean? You heard me, Charlie. We've been dating for a few weeks and I've been fine with it. We've been seeing each other for a couple of times a week, nothing too demanding. This relationship format suited me just fine. I wasn't planning anything more serious. No plans? You mean you just want me as a toy? That sounds a bit hurtful, don't you think? I suppose so. What's the big deal? We're adults, it's normal. Only you forgot to warn me about it, he said resentfully. And you forgot to tell me that you're raising a 7-year-old daughter by yourself. But I don't see that as a problem. If I had known about it, we wouldn't have gone beyond the first date. I don't want more than what we have, you know? No, I don't understand. You're just incredibly selfish. Has that ever occurred to you? I don't. I just know what I want out of life. And I get it. You don't want other people's kids. That's what you're all about. Yes, I don't need any kids. And it's not about you. But Karen, you have a son yourself. Yes, but he's an adult. And I didn't have a second child for a reason. One was enough for me. I raised him, got him on his feet. Now I can live and enjoy life. I don't need anyone else's problems. What's Molly's problem? She's a big girl now. Many problems. You're probably dreaming of how you can dump at least most of your fatherly duties on me, if not all of them, she said frankly. What makes you think that? I wasn't planning anything like that. Oh, come on. Men always plan it. First, they introduce you to the child, then casually ask you to pick her up from kindergarten or school. Then, oh, I'll be late from work. Please feed her dinner. And then, help with homework. And give her a bath. And on it goes. Nonsense. Really? Tell me, how long ago did your wife leave you? A year ago. And you mean to tell me that you've never once thought of finding your daughter a new mum? Let's say I have. Then tell me, to what end? Charlie paused for a moment. He didn't want to admit that she was right. Of course, it would be good to have a mature and experienced woman in the house, to take care of the child. He was exhausted from it all himself. When he had met Karen, he had been glad. It seemed to him that she would certainly find common ground with his capricious daughter. But it turned out that she didn't want to hear about her at all. You're still selfish, he said reproachfully. No, dear, you're the one who is selfish. Tired of your fatherly duties, now you want to dump them on me. I'll tell you straight, I don't need it. And it's not because I'm a monster who hates kids. It's because I want to live my life, not someone else's. Can't we at least try? No, she said confidently. But why? Because I'll get to know her. I'll like her. After that, I won't even notice myself getting caught up in this whole web of domestic duties. I don't need that, do I? But that's not fair. That's right, Charlie. It isn't fair. If you have a small child, it's better to mention it at once, not 2 months later. Remember this for the future. Are you leaving me? Yes, I don't see any other way out. I'm afraid you've already gotten too distracted from your immediate duties as a father. You have a daughter, have you forgotten? And you're disappearing somewhere. Is that the end? Yes. Go away and don't come back, Karen said without regret. Sure, she'd grown a little attached to him during their time dating, but not enough to change her life beyond recognition again. She'd had a similar experience not too long ago, and it hadn't ended well. She'd almost married a lonely father, but luckily came to her senses in time. She realized he had only one purpose for her, to get a mother for his children. Back then, things had progressed gradually too. First, they went to the park together, then to the movies. Soon she was cooking dinner for 4 in his apartment. Within 6 months, she had become a full-fledged mother, even attending school meetings in Hank's place. Suddenly, Karen realized this wasn't what she'd wanted when she went on that first date. Not at all. She and Hank had dated for almost a year, and only when they broke up did she finally feel able to breathe. Freedom! What a wonderful feeling it was. No, Karen didn't consider herself selfish. If Charlie or Hank had grown children, she wouldn't have minded. But her son was already 21. She'd given birth to him early, at 18. But now in her 40s, she felt her life had begun anew, like a second youth given by chance. She didn't want to return to the image of a mother eternally tortured by problems and worries, especially with other people's children. Why did she attract such men? Karen decided to address this issue urgently, though she didn't know how. Charlie, of course, was upset. He had really thought Karen would be a good mum for his girl, and she'd rejected him so harshly. Maybe he shouldn't have kept Molly hidden for so long. Maybe that was his mistake. "Well, we'll keep looking," he muttered as he walked out of her driveway. "You're not the only woman in the world."